Here with some shoulder pads, what are you seeing from the guys?
It's training camp. So training camp's it's progression, and we're out there getting some good work in with the offense. So, we're pleased so far.
And then you talked about Foley's ability as a leader, but can you just talk about what he brings to the table for your defensive line, how he's able to make players around him better maybe?
He helps them out really by making calls early, getting them lined up, and allowing them to anticipate. He'll help them out as far as back location and different things like that. So he does a good job of just relaying information to them.
I wanted to ask about Tyson Campbell. It looks like he's out there playing with a lot of confidence. For a second-year player, does he look like, a guy that's ready to take another step in his career?
That's what you look for. Anytime you got a young player, he comes in and hopefully they get their bumps and bruises early, and now he's able to get that confidence and just trust his instincts. He's been doing a great job for us, and we just hope he just continues to grow.
Mike, do you have anything on when Devin can start taking on more of a load? And by that, when somebody loses an opportunity, somebody else gains one, and how Shaq Quarterman and Chad responded to getting some more reps there?
Really, there's really no timetable on Devin. He's still out there getting the mental reps and progressing on the sideline. But just like you talked about, the other two and really the other four guys have gotten opportunities to get out there and play and show what they can do. With the first unit, second unit, with whoever they're playing with, it's just an opportunity for them to get out there and show their abilities and let us see what they can do and, just keep putting that good foot forward.
And Shaq Quarterman is not the biggest guy, he's not the fastest guy, but what does Shaq have as a football player that enables him to give himself these opportunities?
I think you said it. He's a football player. He's not the fastest, not the biggest, but he's a guy that's made a bunch of plays in his career, and we're looking for that to continue.
Mike, we saw Darius Williams had, I think did he ask to come in for that one play of 7-on-7, and kind of what's a timetable for him to be included in team?
Again, same thing with him. Really no timetable, but he's itching to go, and he's out there. He's moving around. He's doing certain drills, and he looks good. So we're just going to keep progressing him and see how it happens.
Did he negotiate his way into that one rep, or because I know obviously he's had the non-contact penny the last few days?
He really just talked to Deshae on the sideline and kind of got in my ear, and then I ran it by Coach Peterson, and he got in for one play and did a great job on that one. So let's get him out of there.
You spent so much time on the guys outside. What have you seen from Devon and from Malcolm on the inside of your defensive line so far?
Big thing about those guys is their job really goes unnoticed. And when you look at it, you don't see the push downfield by the offensive line. Those guys are stout in the middle, so they continue to make our run defense solid inside.
How critical are they to what you want to do with everything outside?
It's big. It starts with the run game. You have to control the middle to be able to really affect the offense the way we want to affect it. And they do a great job of pushing the pocket and just keeping it firm in the middle for us on defense.
They both have such a workmanlike personality, just like, I don't care that I'm not getting all the attention. But you like that in those guys?
Oh, yeah. That's the thing about D linemen. Unless you're getting a sack, you really don't get noticed. But they're out there and they're doing what we want them to do as far as stopping the run and then getting to the quarterback. So that's the thing that we see. They're doing their job, and they're just as important as anybody else on the field.
Like you see, speaking of sacks and turnovers, the last couple of years just been void of those two areas on the defense. How do you practice that, Coach? Do you see it translate from a camp into in a season sometimes?
We just talk about it. We put it on their minds, and guys go out there, and we just want guys running to the ball, hustling to the ball, and turnovers, they come in bunches. They'll take care of themselves once we're out there on the field.
Do you ever get a feel that you'll be pretty good in those areas coming out of a camp, or do you just does that materialize during the season?
I think it just goes. We, as coaches, we just try to make it a focus point of ours and let the players understand that that's what we want them to try to accomplish, and let them go out there and teach them the techniques to be able to go out there and play fast, play physical, and then that's where turnovers come.
Is it a good sign a guy like Shaq got one the other day because he had some go through his hands last year, but is that a confidence builder sometimes?
It always is. Anytime you get an interception, a turnover, or you call the turn, you punch one out, it's always a good sign, and that's one of the focuses, and we're going to keep working on it.
Mike, what was your biggest takeaway from that first red zone period of training camp so far?
It was good work. It was good work. We're out here with the offense, and the offense is giving us different looks, and we're giving them different looks. All it does is the competition makes us better as a team, and that's what we're here to do, here to get better as a team. So we're out here. We'll ask for a certain look from the offense. They'll ask for a certain coverage or a certain look from us, and we'll give it to them. So we're just trying to make each other better.
Behind that top trio of corners, you got a bunch of rookies that are battling for roster spots. Have any of those guys been able to catch your attention?
Well, right now it's early, and everybody is doing the job of learning what they're going to do. Tomorrow we get full pads on, and that's where the real evaluation goes. But right now everybody's just learning and continue to progress to being consistent.
You guys have had Trayvon Walker in the building for a while, but how exciting is it to finally see him with pads on?
That's the thing. You talk about him, he's unique in his size and his speed. His physicality is really what stands out. And tomorrow we get full pads on, and that's when we're looking to see the true Trayvon show up.
And then Arden Key, what can he really bring to you guys, with his versatility and his experience?
That's what you say, versatility. It's huge that he can play multiple spots on the line, and the leadership part of it, he's such a smart player. He does it a different way than other people do it, and he's able to show other guys how to get something accomplished the way he would do it. So it's big for us to have a veteran like that in the room, and he's doing a phenomenal job.
Hey, Mike, Sarah with NFL Network. I just wanted to ask how you strike that balance between, a lot is expected of Trayvon, but not throwing too much at him too quickly.
The balance really is on him. He's going to go out there and he's going to play a game he's been playing his whole life, and nothing really changes for him. Expectations from the media or us, we might have this expectation, but he has a standard that the type of player he wants to be, and he goes out there and we try to push him every day to be that player. And so when you're working and you're doing your best every day, there's really no expectations. You go out there and do what you've been doing all your life.
What's it like with Foye? He's sort of like a calm guy, a little unobtrusive, I guess, a little bit, but the guys kind of flock to him, right?
Again, we talked about leadership and guys that have made plays in the past. You kind of see that guy and there's kind of a trust, and he has the trust of the team because what he's done in the past, and when he stands in front of the huddle, what he's doing here, continue to make plays, that trust just continues to build.
He's not a flashy guy, but he just seems to, he led the NFL in tackles last year. Is he kind of like an anonymous superstar a little bit?
That's the thing, you look at it. Tackles are important, but everybody talk about the splash plays, interceptions, this and that. But if you have a running back running for a touchdown and you don't make the tackle, then offense makes splash plays. But he's a guy that gets guys on the ground, and he has interceptions and has sacks. Things like that will come, but he's a tackling machine, and we're happy to have him.
Josh stood right where you were standing earlier this week and said he wants to be the best defensive player in the league. Do you see that out of him? Do you see that he can get to that mark?
It's really, when we first met, he asked me, what do I want out of him? I said, you need to be the best in the league. That's the thing. He has a talent. That should be his expectation, nothing less. And he's been working. He's committed to it, and we're just going to continue to push him and let him be the best he can be.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.